So the busiest day I've ever experienced here at the food bank was my first day here. We serviced 196 individuals in a 2-hour window. And when I say we were busy, we were busy. It just seemed like our parking lot was not emptying out. And you're grateful for those days because you know you're helping so many people with food insecurities actually be able to eat that night. And so I remember one of the volunteers turned to me after the shift and we're wiping tables and cleaning up, and they said, "Welcome to the food bank." We serve a number of families and individuals. By the end of this year, we'll have served 40,000 individuals. The biggest number that I find amazing is so far this year we've served about 9,000 kids, which makes up 31% of our total distribution is to kids. The other staggering number is our seniors 60 years and older. They make up 25% of our distribution. So between kids 0 to 18 and seniors 60 years and older, that's 56% of our food distribution. So more than half of our food goes to either kids or seniors. I do have some concerns for the future. It doesn't seem like inflation is getting any better. And with numbers going up, we are seeing a need with more clients having to turn to us, to a food bank. One of the things we also forget is that even though prices are going up for everyone, incomes are not going up. So your seniors that are on a fixed income, they're not getting any more money a month. So now they're having to make do with the same amount that they've gotten for the last 5-10 years.
A lot of older people, their trailer rent space costs almost as much as they make a month.
It worries me that our senior population is going to be in trouble if something doesn't happen with inflation. It's different for a young family that, maybe can go out and get a second job, or, I hate to say it, but a third job, and try to make a little bit more income. But for our seniors that have worked their whole lives, they've been retired, everything was fine, and now inflation hits, they're still on that fixed income, there's a problem. People continue to need the food bank. It's job security for me, but I'd rather see the numbers go down and the need for a food bank go down.
I have had so many people between working intake services and tell me that, a lot of them work, but they just can't quite get by. They don't, with kids and what have you, they don't have enough to make it to the end of the month. So this is like their gap food, to make it to the end of the month. Last week we did 84 families in 2 hours. The week before we did 96, and the week before that was 92. That's the last 3 weeks is all I have on my mind.
Double chocolate cake, bakery.
On an average week, we have about 100 to 120 volunteers that come through the food bank.
We give out bread, fresh bread. We give out groceries like dry goods, canned goods, things like that. Deli, which would be prepared meals, milk, cheese, yogurt, vegetables, fresh produce, and meat, frozen meat. So we try to give out 3 or so days at least of food, and we do it by family size. So we get the orders in through the computer, and they can order special. They can say none of this, or we want this, or what have you, and we'll fill it if we can. So the caller calls that out, and everybody scrambles to fill according to family size. And if there's special things for children, we try to do that too, because sometimes we have everything from families of 1 to I think our biggest family is 13.
One of my goals as the executive director here at the food bank is to break down the stigma of having to rely on the food bank while you're going through a tough time. I don't want people to feel like the food bank is a negative thing. We are here for that purpose. Somebody loses their job. Somebody has a medical emergency come up that now they're short on money for food. We don't want that basic human need of needing food to go unnoticed. So our job here at the food bank is to make sure that those clients can eat, that they can get that food. So I do a lot of events around the community just to bring that positive energy, that positive light to the food bank. Hey, the food bank's here again. Hey, it's Erik from the food bank. Let's go say hi. Because when they need to turn to the food bank for food, I want them to know that that is what our mission is here for. So that kind of breaks down the stigma of having to go to a food bank, for food. Food banks are a necessity, unfortunately. So whether you donate to my food bank or whether you donate to another food bank in your community, just know that you are helping someone that might not have had food that day eat something. As little as that, as simple as that sounds, donating to a food bank helps somebody eat.